The next speaker is Chandrani Murmuji.
Thank you, Chairman, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak on the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research Amendment Bill 2021. Sir, India enjoys an important position in the global pharmaceutical sector as it is the largest provider of generic drugs globally. Indian pharmaceutical sector supplies over 50% of global demand for various vaccines, 40% of generic demand in the US, and 25% of all medicine in the UK. Globally, India ranks third in terms of pharmaceutical production by volume and 14th by value. The country also has a large pool of scientists and engineers with the potential to steer the industry ahead to greater heights. Presently, over 80% of the antiretroviral drugs used globally to combat AIDS are supplied by Indian pharmaceutical firms. In the view of the growth and competitiveness of this industry, the proposal to amend the NIPER bill was the need of the hour. I, on behalf of my party Biju Janata Dal, support the bill. This bill declares the 6 NIPERs so established located in Ahmedabad, Hajipur, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Guwahati, and Raebareli as well as any other similar institute to be established under the said act shall be institutes of national importance, which will give them power to hold examinations, grant degrees, diplomas, and other academic distinctions, etc. This is a very welcoming step taken by the government. I would like to request for NIPER to be set up in Odisha, as there is no representation of East except for West Bengal. Sir, this bill provides for a council to coordinate the activities among the institutes under the bill to ensure development of pharmaceutical education and research and maintenance of standards. The function of the council include advising on matters related to course duration and admission standards in the institutes, formulating policies for recruitment, conditions of service, and fees, examining the approving development plans of the institutes, and examining annual budget estimates of the institutes for recommendations to the central government for allocation of funds. The bill gives clarity for the details of terms of office and the composition. India, hailed as the pharmacy of the world, the booming pharmaceutical industry of India is the leading source of path-breaking innovation, especially when it comes to providing life-saving medicines at affordable prices to countries that need them the most. Given the huge population of the country, the combined annual intake capacity of the NIPER should be enhanced. Also, new institutes should be established throughout the country, which will provide a geographic spread and opportunities for these institutions to serve as beacons of pharmaceutical knowledge in every corner of the country to ensure the industry, business, commerce can thrive along with interaction with best of academic knowledge and expertise. Sir, out of all the NIPERs, only one has its full-fledged campus. The others don't have their own campus till date. Since it is very much necessary for these NIPERs to function in their own campus with good infrastructure and facilities to achieve the full potential as institutions of national importance, the construction of own campuses of all these NIPERs should be done in a time-bound manner. Another important step proposed in the bill is to reduce the number of members in the Board of Governors for each institute from 23 to 12. I agree that a small group will work with dedicated focus. The pharmacists obtain proper knowledge about the safety and efficacy of medicines and patient counseling during their studies, which unfortunately is not currently the case in India. Clinical pharmacy education programs have been taken root in India. Much work will be needed to improve these programs to bring the benefits of clinical pharmacy practice to great swath of Indian society. The bill fulfills the need of widening the scope of number of courses or programs run by NIPERs and enhancement of collaboration amongst NIPERs with research institutions of other departments. The quality of pharmacy education imparted by by our universities has everlasting impact on quality of healthcare offered to our society. Moreover, there is no standardized pharmacy curriculum and it varies across the universities. The government needs to focus on the generation of employment for the students after completion of their respective programs, as pharmacists are facing a lot of challenges nowadays, including identity as a pharmacist, lack of cohesiveness, and low self-confidence as a profession, adoption of technology, and workforce issues. So the government should facilitate involvement of alumni with the institutions in terms of building them, contributing resources to help create faculty chairs, support research, support scholarship, etc., to help the institutions to grow. The Indian pharmaceutical sector contributes about 2% to India's GDP and around 8% to the country's total merchandise exports. So it is obvious that pharmaceutical industry is a major sector of growth and competitiveness in economy, including decreasing the expenditures of public health, decreasing the weights on pension systems and medical care systems, improvement in health-related quality of life, boosting the value of total economic production, and many more. Sir, pharmaceutical industry is characterized by a high degree of investment in research and development. The industry is highly competitive and it is strictly regulated. All new medicines introduced into the market are the result of lengthy, costly, and risky research and development. The government should give more emphasis upon research and development in the operation of these industries. The pharmacists must be trained towards handling their clinical and patient-centric responsibilities. They should possess a wider knowledge which stretches beyond the traditional understanding of drug quality maintenance and marketing. It should promote this industry to create awareness regarding the scope and job opportunities among the people to add more qualified individuals to aid in its growth. With this, I would like to conclude. Thank you, sir.